Imagine you're starting at your IDE, about to build your first authentication system. You've watched countless YouTube videos about JWT tokens, hashing passwords with bcrypt, and setting up middleware. But just like having an IKEA table's parts scattered around without picking up a screwdriver, you're stuck because you've never actually typed npm init to start your own project. Sounds insane, right?
Are you insane?
If you're stuck in the phase where you just keep following tutorials without striking out on your own and actually building something, let me be brutally honest. You've coded yourself into the most notorious trap in software development: tutorial hell.
Rise and shine.
It's like being stuck in an infinite loop where your confidence level is inversely proportional to the number of tutorials you watch. No, it's not a self-made thing. It actually exists in real life. Some people stay stuck there for years. Think I'm exaggerating? Here's an actual story. A guy on Reddit admitted he'd been stuck in tutorial hell for almost 3 years. He knew he needed to build something, but didn't know where to start. Worse, a constant fear of not knowing enough haunted him. And he's not alone. Many people find themselves in this trap. This traditional way of learning through courses can take you 60% behind in real development skills. While you're perfecting your bubble sort algorithm for the 5th time in a tutorial, real developers are wrestling with race conditions in their Node.js event loops. And let's be real, 60% is a big number. No wonder tutorial hell is such a massive problem, swallowing countless learners daily. But let's talk about what really matters: how to escape it and start doing something productive. Number 1. The first step is picking the right course. Trust me, it makes a huge difference. Most people fail to learn coding because they start with Hello World tutorials when they should be learning about Git branching or why their production build is 5 megabytes instead of 500 kilobytes. Number 2. The next important thing: don't just rely on the course, join a community. Not just any Discord server where people share memes about JavaScript promises, but communities where real debugging happens. Engage with your peers, whether fellow learners or seasoned coders. This might shock you, but you'll learn way more from these real-life experiences. No course can give more insights into problems and their solutions than your peers. Number 3. Next up, practice. Do you know we remember 10% of what we read, but 90% of what we do? That's why reading about Big O notation is nothing compared to actually optimizing a function that's taking 5 seconds to process an array. Implementation is equally important. Set a firm learning to building ratio. For every hour you spend watching tutorials, spend at least 2 hours actually coding. Make this a strict rule. Number 4. Practicing takes us to the most important one: project-based learning. With it, you can get 45% more material. Building numerous simple projects is invaluable if you're not learning how to solve a specific problem. The boost in critical thinking comes when you have to decide between Firebase real-time database or Socket.io for your chat feature. Besides this, there are multiple books available to support it. The Power of Project-Based Learning by Scott D. Werdinger is an excellent book to debate its importance. Technology is evolving, and problems need smart solutions. Number 5. That's why in today's era, it's necessary to understand what you do. Don't just write code, understand it. You shouldn't just follow the steps to set up JWT authentication. You need to understand, for example, why storing JWTs in local storage makes you vulnerable to XSS attacks, and why HTTP-only cookies might be a better choice. Number 6. This takes us to the next big thing: consistency. You got the right code and implemented essential steps, but you do it once a week or a month. Let me break that bubble for you. That's not how you learn coding. In fact, you can't learn anything like this. You know what they say, consistency is key. Dedicate a regular time to coding practice if you want better results. And 7. And once you've mastered the art of coding, it's time to give back to society. Choose different platforms like blogs or LinkedIn to share your knowledge. Even if you aren't a master yet, don't hesitate. There's no harm in sharing your observations. You'll never know what you learn from the community. You can use these steps to get out of tutorial hell and start getting things done. How about trying an authentic platform to build your first real app? There are multiple options available, like Hyperskill. At Hyperskill, we believe in solving complex problems, not just knowing about them. Mental skills are far more important for surviving the challenges of real software development. We support a project-based learning approach and offer more than 300 real-world projects across various programming languages: Java, Python, Kotlin, DevOps courses, and more. Well, to escape tutorial hell, you need more than endless hours of watching tutorials. Programming is about building, failing, learning, and growing. If you don't get your hands dirty, you'll forever be stuck on the basics. Learning comes from doing, not just watching. So choose the right course, dive into projects, engage with a community, and stay consistent. And for the love of code, don't just memorize steps, understand them. Now go ahead, build your first app and start the real coding adventure. After all, you can't learn coding in a day, but you can surely start today. What do you think? Did you ever find yourself stuck in a tutorial hell? Mention below in the comments. See you in the next video. Bye!